Neil, good question, and one I think a lot of people only think of after the fact. As in, when they sit down with their Lightroom, they suddenly realize, oh, I can overexpose, I can underexpose this to go for that low and high key effect. So, in the field, when can you do those kind of things? I think it's a lot of two things: light, the type of light you're working with, as in how much contrast is there in the scene, and then also, I'm very much a believer in the subject and the mood dictating the way I'm going to ultimately shoot and portray that scene. So high key, as in the blown out stuff with a little bit of darks, would be misty areas work very well for that snow. If you're shooting midday and you're going to overexpose to try and get rid of the dark shadows, that could work very well. Whereas underexposed, you're looking, for me, probably towards the very early morning, late afternoon, when the sun is softer and there's more shadows, a darker tone. So how do we simplify this? If you look at the entire scene, Neil, and the entire thing is either quite bright, then overexpose it even more and go for that high key. Or if it's quite dark and shadowy, moody if you will, then underexpose and go for the low key type of stuff. It's possible to do this in Lightroom, very easy, but the more you can do in the field, the better, and the easier your processing will be. Second part of the question, how long do we normally stay at a sighting or a scene? Not really a definitive answer, as long as it takes. A lot of the time it's determined either by park rules, where you're operating, as in you got to get back to your camp, you can't stay out in the evening. A lot of it has to do with poaching. You can't stay out throughout the night anymore because there's anti-poaching patrols, which is a good thing. So how long do we stay at a scene? As long as necessary and as long as possible sometimes. But yeah, there's a lot of factors that play into that one. Hope that helps, Neil. If you need more help on the low-key, high-key stuff, drop me a mail. Maybe it's worth looking at a Lightroom tutorial around that, because I see a lot of people are trying it. Some are getting it right, but we can still fine-tune there a little bit, I think. My name is Gerry. I'm from Wild Eye. I'll see you guys next time.